Hello, it's Jen Bengal here from Out of This World Literacy. In the last two episodes, I introduced the idea of interactive edits and compared them to daily oral language. I also went over an example of an interactive edit and how it can lead to some amazing grammar and mechanics lessons. If you'd like to learn more about interactive edits, check out those two episodes. Today, we're going to expand the conversation by looking at two popular ways to use interactive edits in your classroom. These are not the only two ways that you can use interactive edits, but they're quite common. I challenge you to think about your students, your schedule, and see if you could add interactive edits into your day to get an extra dose of grammar, mechanics, and writing practice for your kids. The first idea for you is to use the edits as a whole group lesson. You can use these actually as a grammar lesson, and they're really quick and can be done in just a few minutes. What I would do is copy the sentence on the top of a chart paper that you have from your interactive edit and ask the class, what do you notice that works well in this sentence? Pass out the printable student sheets that match that sentence so that the students can follow along and complete the work independently during this whole group lesson. So like they're taking notes as you're working on the anchor chart too. So to get all the students involved, you may have them turn and talk about sentences with a partner. Have a partner and them work together to find what they're noticing. You can then ask for ideas from the whole group to put on your class anchor chart. Write down all the ideas they have underneath the sentence on your chart paper. Have students copy the list of things that they notice onto their sheet, or talk about how they're the same and different from what they talked about with their partners. You might highlight or circle certain words, phrases, or punctuation that students point out in the sentence. And many of these lessons are based on what students notice during your class lesson. You can guide them through thinking if the class seems a little bit stuck. You will be constantly assessing based on what the students notice, but more importantly, on what they do not notice. This is a great assessment tool because you will be able to notice what students see in sentences. For example, through their responses, students will tell you whether they understand the use of commas and their effectiveness in sentences. These short discussions can tie nicely into the systematic grammar and mechanics lessons that you've already been teaching. Students will be able to show off what they know and remember from the rules of language you have been teaching all year. Another way you can use the edits is as independent work time. So after you've modeled how to notice good grammar and mechanics, ask the students to complete these principles independently with more on their own. They can complete these as morning work, during centers, as partner work. They can do them as homework, or maybe to start out a guided reading lesson or wrap up a guided reading lesson with a little bit of word work and play here. I hope these ideas for interactive edits help you and your students practice grammar skills. If you'd like to see interactive edits for every month of the year all ready to go for you, you can visit jenbengal.com and search the custom category along the left-hand side of your screen called Interactive Edits. It's been my pleasure chatting with you today. Know that I'm the biggest fan of the work that you and your students are doing in the classroom each and every time. Until next time, you've got this.